Hello, everybody. It's me, as always. Today we're playing more Octopath Traveler. I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with me while I play. I won't be playing very long today. Don't know how long. Probably about an hour. So we'll sort of play it by ear, see how it goes. So where we left off last time, we had just finished Alfin's story, chapter 1. So now we have Alfin, Primrose, Tressa, Ulberic, and Cyrus on our team. And we're on our way out of town. And we'll head on over to Boulder Fall to pick up Therian's story. But first, let's do a couple of side quests. You see, I found a bottle floating in the river. Odd thing is, there was a letter inside. Want to know what it said? To my Meryl, I loved you dearly, but had no choice but to put you in the care of another. I hope you have found happiness wherever life has taken you. From far away, your mother. But I have parents right here in Clearbrook. I want to ask them about this, but I'm scared of what they'll tell me. So we have to go and find Meryl's parents. So let's just inquire a little bit, see what we can hear from these folks. Alright, we got some essence of plum. So we'll talk to anyone with a speech bubble over their head. Was there someone over here? Yeah, there's an old man. Let's, we've already apparently inquired with him. Can we do it again? Yeah. Some of those people have, like, important information. But, you know. Okay, so this is Meryl's mom.
Hello.
Have you seen my daughter Meryl by any chance? Okay, well that was not helpful. Yeah, your mom is, your daughter is like right up north a little bit. Who's this? Okay, another hidden item. So at least we're getting, some items. Because I love me some items. Let's see. Inquire with you. Ah, Meryl's past. In truth, Meryl's not his child by birth, a fact which the poor man does not have the heart to share. Oh my. The drama. The scandal. All because of a message in a bottle. Alright, Meryl, guess what? Your parents, not really your parents. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you talk to people, you sort of get the information you need, and then you go ahead and you talk to the person again, and you got to go through their whole thing, and then it prompts you, hey, what do you want to do about this? Do you want to tell her? Do you not want to tell her? You're saying I was not born here? Oh my goodness. But that can't be true. It just simply can't be true. And then the parents just follow us up to the graveyard. This is all happening in a graveyard, in the local cemetery. And it's like, oh, this can't be. Actually, it can, and it is. It's like, oh, we should have told you 19 years ago. A woman came to our doorstep carrying a small babe. Begged us to look after the child till she could return. A gift from the heavens. In months to years in time, we came to think of you as our own daughter. We love you more than anyone in this world. But I must find the person who wrote this message. Forgive me. She might have answers. Answers that I've long been searching for. I wonder what the answers that she's searching for are, you know? Like, what is Meryl wondering? somewhere along the river. I'd like to know who Meryl's true parents are. I mean, it's one of those side quests where this was like part one, and then we're going to get to see Meryl somewhere again later. But the side quests do usually give us a little bit of money and everything, so I do like to do them. They don't give you experience, but, you know, they do give you a little bit of a boost. I'm not going to look at, like, buying any of these people's, like, items. What are you gonna say to me, lady? Oh, we're scrutinizing? I guess so. Whoopsie. Okay, so we can't inquire, but we can scrutinize? Oh, it worked. Hidden item. Hopefully, like, a good one, since, you know, the chance of success was only, like, 37% there. Oh, what does this fisherman want? What do you have? The Plounder are disappeared from these waters. Gods only know why. I'd like to know why. Why are the Plounder disappearing? It is quite the mystery. Okay, so let's look in our little journal. Oh, is this... Yeah, okay, so... These are just our chapters. So then maybe... Status? No. Miscellaneous? No. Is it Alphen, perhaps? Nope. Oh, side stories. There we go. Okay, so my nets are all but empty these days. How's a humble fisherman supposed to make a living? I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to make a living, sir. But maybe there's someone we can talk to about it, right? Oh, you know what? Maybe we can buy something from someone that'll help. So let's see. No, he doesn't have anything. Like, I know this will be us now spending our own money, but someone has to have something that can help us sort of solve this side quest. Something good for the fishermen. So maybe like bait. Let's see what the kid has to buy, right? Grapes? Ooh, actually, the healing grape bunch. I do want that. Those are hard to come by. Sure, I'll just buy all of these. Old lady, what do you have? Protective earring and an olive bloom. No. Zeph, what do you have, buddy old pal? Dust and seeds. Okay, that sounds a little suspicious, but that's fine. Ooh, battle axe. That's cute. Not helpful though. Okay, but let me like just talk to these people again, maybe. Oh, that guy's sad that Meryl's gone. He's like, oh, she set out on a long journey, but, you know, see if I care. He cares. Okay, now we have some people here in Gotcha. We have to buy some prawns. That'll help us. That's what it is. Let's inquire. More plentiful provisions. The town smith and armorer have new wares. Travel on. Okay, so we are gonna have to buy from this dude a saucy prawn. The perfect bait for Plounder. So that is an aspect of this game. You're going to need to talk to, like, if you're doing side quests, you're going to want to check everyone's items and be like, okay, who's got what I need? Sometimes you'll pick up quest items that, you know, you had no idea were quest items. Here you go, buddy. Here are some saucy prawns so that you can catch some big ol' boys. The Traveler. What's this? Prawns? Fine. I'll try it. Did you bring me this to keep up my strength, or... No, buddy. I brought this to you for the fish. For the fishies. No, you say? But why? Well, pal, here's the thing. It's because it's gonna help you catch some fish. Yeah. Uh-huh. You want to catch some fish, don't you, boy? Here you go. Try the prawns. It's a waste of fine cookery. I mean, is it a waste of fine cookery if it helps you catch the fish? Like, you could probably go buy those prawns from the guy yourself, but... you know, you would probably prefer this, right? Okay, so since we got some more stuff at the townsmith and armorer, let's see. Let's see what we've got in store. Weapon-wise, we have a dagger and a couple weapons, a couple axes, a couple shields, a couple hats. Elemental light armor. Oh, wow. That's actually really good. That would be all of our money, though. 88 physical defense. 108 elemental defense, which is huge. And then 72 speed. Everyone in our party would benefit from that. Like, significantly. I imagine right now the person who would benefit the most is Alfin, because if we look at his physical defense, it's super low. He's also a lower level, along with, you know, Ulbrich and Tressa. But if we gave it to Cyrus, if we gave it to our character that we're stuck with in every single fight moving forward, that is a huge boost to speed, because speed will affect whether or not we can dodge or whether or not attacks miss, I believe. Actually, that might just be like evasiveness, but I believe speed does impact your ability to hit words. Speed impacts whether or not you go first or not, or whatever. Yeah, so Alfin's level 8, everyone else 14, 13. So Ulbrich definitely needs better armor, 100%. But that elemental light armor is so good, it would be a shame to pass it up. So we have to. We have to. Yeah, we'll go ahead and equip that to Cyrus for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and sell something, right? We have, what, a silver axe, which would just be slightly more accurate for Alfin, so we'll go ahead and sell that, since I'm pretty sure he's the only person in our party who ends up using the axe. Okay. Let's actually mess with some of our equipment here. See what we can upgrade for everybody or not. Don't need to increase his strength or anything. So Cyrus is good, but we did just get this mighty belt, which is a boost to physical attack. So we have to give that to Ulberich for sure. At the very least, the bronze vest would be better for him, but it seems like the wind attire that we just took off of, yeah, because that's just physical defense and element. We'll go ahead and give Ulberich the wind attire, because that is good for him. We got him the new sword. I feel like Ulberich is going to have a pretty prominent place in our party. And then we can switch Tressa over here to the bronze vest. Boost to her stuff. And then we can give the... actually, that's not really worth it. Okay, so we'll let Alphen keep the robe for now. And we'll go ahead and sell whatever we had left, armor-wise and everything. And you know what? Let's look at the materials and let's get rid of some of this stuff because I don't think we're gonna use some of it. Okay, now the materials we'll keep, but the items, there are gonna be some of these that I don't think I'm ever gonna use. That could maybe get us some money. Like, I'm not gonna use these poison dusts. The soul stones I will use. Oh, okay, so we have two more nuts. We have resistant nut and invigorating nut. God, that is begging for some kind of inappropriate comment, you know? And I know it's not just me that's thinking that. I know it's everybody. Invigorating nut, increased maximum SP. That would probably be really good for Cyrus. Or Ulberich, because Ulberich doesn't have a lot of SP, but a lot of his like special abilities do rely on it. I don't know how much it would increase. Probably not much, maybe like 1 point, 2 points. It's like rare candies and like proteins and stuff over in Pokemon. Alphen could use more SP too, since he's going to be our main healer. Okay, you know what? I'll give that to Cyrus. Okay, so it was a boost of 3, so that's not bad. And we'll give the elemental defense increase to Ulberich, because I'm pretty sure he's got like a high physical defense, so giving him a higher elemental defense would be pretty good. Oh, and we have another resistant nut too. Okay. We'll give that one to Alphen, because Alphen will be in our party a lot too. Okay. All right. So now we're off to Boulder Fall, to the next city. And to the next character's story. Therian the Thief, the pretty boy. People love him. I love him. I think he's a great character. I'm a big fan of his. So we'll go do Therian stuff, and then we'll do the side quests in Boulder Fall, because there are some that I find pretty interesting there. Oh. Oh, there's like a cave above us, I guess, that we can go ahead and take. All right. Okay, so we've got these guys all ready. We'll go ahead and use Icewind. Level slash. Yeah, so I think the next time we get an SP boosting nut, I'll give it to Ulberich. Untouched, break, domination. Lot of big boosts there. I think we can get Alphen's next ability, actually, now that we've got 100 points, right? No. We need to get to 500, okay. And Cyrus 1,000, Tressa 1,000, Ulbrich 1,000. Gotcha. I'm very excited for Alphen's next ability because it is so tremendous. It is such a huge increase. It's kind of unfair, if I'm being like totally honest. I like the music in Boulder Fall. You know, basically the Grand Canyon that we're walking through here.
Let's see what you got.
All right, some new enemies.
What's the logical course of action?
Let's go ahead and analyze these hatchlings. I believe they're weak to fire.
Victory shall be mine.
Level slash to everybody. Okay, so the hyenas are not weak to the sword.
My turn now.
Interesting.
All right.
Are they weak to the axe? Yes, they are. Good. Okay, Ulbrich, then I can just have you smash that. Cyrus, I believe, will figure out everything we need to figure out, so let's use Fireball. Okay, so the hyenas are weak to fire, the hatchlings are not. Very interesting. They're weak to swords, spears, and axes. Gotcha. Okay, well. Let's attack them. Little egg people.
All right.
Yeah, Fireball. That should kill him. Okay, killed the other two. Good.
Out of my way.
Let's do this.
Good. And now we'll just max out our sword attack with Ulbrich.
The thrill of the fight.
Okay. Now we're starting to get more experience and stuff from all of our fights, which is really good. These random encounters are starting to be a little more profitable for us. Which is why I'm glad I still haven't like equipped the thing for Cyrus, where all of a sudden, oh boy.
What's the logical course of action?
Let's analyze these Cliff Birdians. Okay, light damage. That's not great, actually.
Victory shall be mine.
Maybe they're weak to the sword? Okay, they are. Good. So we just broke all three of them. Sword, spear, and light. And I gotta imagine bow and arrow. But let's break these hyenas first, right?
All right.
Okay. So I think of all the cities where all of the characters are located that you find them in for the first time. Boulder Fall and the area surrounding it is my favorite. There's just something about the very big Cosmo Canyon vibes that I get from Final Fantasy VII for the entire Boulder Fall region. I like the music for this area more than most. I don't know. I'm just a big fan. Okay, so this side, north, Boulder Fall Pass to Boulder Fall. West to Quarry Crest and south to Clearbrook. So let's go ahead and walk across this bridge. Oh, there's a cave up there. A dungeon.
Let us fight with
We won't go in there yet because I'm pretty sure we're way too weak.
Here I go.
Boy, Tressa, you are...
an interesting dilemma.
Okay. Let's use you to analyze more of this bird. The axe, okay. So it's probably going to be sword, spear, axe, and then light damage.
Here goes nothing.
Alrighty, Alphin. Hit him with your axe, buddy. Old pal. Oh wow, that thing is weak, huh? Golly. I'm really looking forward to getting Therian in our team. He'll replace Tressa. Ulbrich, Cyrus, Therian, and Alphin, I believe, are like my 4 main party people. Because Alphin, great healer, Cyrus, tons of elemental damage across basically every... the 3 most common elements I think that we are going to run into all over the place here. So... I love
All right.
this overall team. Alphin, the big healer, you know, super helpful for the whole team. And Therian does, you know, the dagger damage and everything too. So, I don't know. I feel like I get the most variety, or the most power, I guess, across that team. In a few hundred JP, Alphin is going to be an absolute monster too. With like a plus few thousand spell boost kind of thing. So we're going to just walk around here. I know it said the Boulder Fall was to the north, and we'll be back in this area at some point, I know, but I don't know. I just really like this area, and there are some chests and everything I'd like to get my hands on, so... Cyrus, very much not a huge help out here. Although Cliffbirdian 2, weak to fire, so that's good to know. Weak to dagger, weak to fire, so that's going to be basically Therian's 2 main areas. Spear? Oh, spear, dagger, fire, and then another element. So Ulbrich's got a spear, so that's not a problem.
Now, what next?
The good news is, for all of Therian's stuff, we're going to run into things that we need to hit with fire a lot. And we're lucky because we have
That's what I
Cyrus, who has Firestorm now, so he'll do fire damage to all foes twice, which is really good. Ulbrich's about to level up, which is good. Let's go grab this chest. We won't go down there just yet because there's a lot going on down there. I believe also a side quest eventually.
It's a good day for battle.
So we're in an area now where we are going to run into a lot of enemies. Let's just go ahead and deal double fire damage to everybody, right?
The battle is truly joined.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's use Spearhead, get you even earlier up.
I shall pierce you through.
Okay.
right.
Why not, right? Man, those cliff birds are not strong. There are obviously some enemies that are much stronger than others that provide much bigger pieces of experience.
Thus ends your lesson.
Alright, so Ulbrich leveled up. Alphen will be next. Cool. Cool. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me play this game so far. I am a huge fan of it, and I really do recommend it to anybody who likes JRPGs and turn-based games. Especially if you can get it for some sort of mobile platform like the Switch.
The battle is truly
It is, in my opinion at least, much better on the Switch. So, right now I'm playing it on PC, of course. But I like this game. I like this game a lot, and it's just really nice to be able to take it anywhere with me on the Switch.
Here goes nothing.
I know I've said that before as well, but you know. It's kind of like a game that I think most, if not all, JRPG fans would enjoy.
not bad. A passing.
Just because it does everything that you love about JRPGs usually pretty well, but it does it really well in more of a casual way, I guess. Like, this is an easy game to just put down and then pick back up when you have the time to do so again. Which is so important to me as a fan and as someone with a very busy, very hectic life and schedule and everything. So,
Day for battle.
being able to take my RPGs and really play them whenever I want, however I want, but then to also not really need to worry about,
Shall be mine.
I mean, really anything. Very, very big deal for me, you know?
Let's do this.
Because I hate getting a game, playing it for, 15, 20 hours, and then being like, I don't have the time for this, you know? So, for me, sort of knowing what I'm getting myself into is very nice, but also knowing that I can get myself into it as I please, rather than at the whim of losing myself and not really being able to find my place again, or feeling lost and confused just because I put the game down for a couple weeks. This surely is not one of those games where you have to play it every day. It's easy to put down and pick up, which is something that I think a lot of RPGs need to work on. It would be really great if when you loaded into your save, it gave you a quick rundown of what was going on in most games. I imagine that would make people like myself a lot more likely to want to pick up big, 80 to 100 hour RPGs, because no one likes to feel lost when they're playing a game. At least I don't. I don't know about everybody else, but I definitely would prefer to just,
Course of action.
enjoy myself. Oh, neat. We just got an achievement for fighting 100 battles. So this is our 100th battle on stream. So that's very cool. Super fun little thing there.
Victory shall be mine.
So, shout out to us, right? Oh, you know what? Let's just break the thing that's supposed to attack us next, and also first the next round. And then Cyrus can Firestorm, break the guard of this other one, and break it so that no one's attacking us, and then we can kill it. So that's one of the things that you have to look at when you're going to break an opponent's guard and you're a little bit later in the turn. Alright, Tressa leveled up too. Alright. Yeah, I don't think people like feeling lost when they're playing games. Like, these 80, 100-hour RPGs are hard to pick up and put down in favor of, you know, other games, and that sucks because I want to be able to play, you know, these 100-hour games, and I want to be able to play all of them because I love RPGs. But if you're gonna make it like difficult on me by having this really big and interesting story that if I put it down and pick it up, I'm not going to be able to remember later on, I mean, you're kind of making a mistake, you know? I have this problem with a lot of RPGs. There's a reason that I gave up on the Assassin's Creed games, both Odyssey and Valhalla. Valhalla I put over 40 something hours into, maybe 60 something, and I felt like I was nowhere close to the end of that game. So, you know, there's a lot there, but I was like, I enjoyed this game for a very long time, and I am done with it. So I ended up putting that one down, and feeling okay about it because, you know, I paid $60 for this game and then basically maxed out my enjoyment. And it's a conversation I actually had with my tattoo artist once upon a time. We were talking about video games, and he said something about how compare the amount of time that you spend playing a video game to the amount of time you spend, you know, watching a movie in theaters, and sort of look at it and say, okay, so let's say, you know, you get a thing of popcorn and a movie ticket, drink popcorn, movie ticket, $22, $25 for, let's say, 2 hours. And you enjoy that movie. Now, ramp that up to $60. So let's say 6 hours at $20 a piece. And if you just count the movie ticket, so let's say just 10. So it would be, what, 20 hours? No. 12 hours if you pay for $10 for a movie ticket, and the movie's 2 hours long, and then if you bought a $60 game and you played it for 12 hours, essentially you're getting your money's worth after that point, and anything beyond that is just a bonus. Obviously a lot of these games have, you know, stories and all that, which is always part of the draw, but he said it and I was like, oh, you know what, that's a good point to make it feel like I didn't waste my money because I didn't finish this game, which is often how I feel personally, and that is a huge bummer to like feel like that. Really, we failed an 84% scrutinize. Thieving tips and tricks. You will enjoy a greater chance of success when stealing items. Okay. So Thurian is a thief. His special ability is to literally just steal from people. That is something that I believe we will use a lot, because some of these people have really good items that I very much would like to have. Oh, a hidden item. What, like behind the house? Is it in the house? Golly, that's terrible. We would need, what, Primrose, I believe, to allure these people out. Okay, discount at the inn. Okay. Oh, there's Therian. I like Therian a lot. I am a big fan of his as a character. So Boulder Fall has, you know, a couple of levels. Oh, there was actually a chest in there. So I'm looking forward to having Therian in the team because there are some purple chests floating around that I want. Oh, right. The inn is in Lower Boulder Fall. So Boulder Fall has like 3 levels to it. We were just on the main level. Lower Boulder Fall is kind of like the slums, as they like to say. Boulder Fall is a thief town, a haven for ne'er-do-wells, I suppose. Either way, I'm a big fan. Let's change party. Let's take, for now, while we're walking around town, we'll take Tressa out in favor of Primrose. Just because I don't plan on buying anything from anybody, but I do want to try and lure that one guy out from in front of his house so that I can go into his house and get the secret item or whatever that is in there. I at least want to see if it's gonna work. It won't. Okay, so I guess we just have to do a thing to make that happen. That's a bummer. Ooh, purple chest already. That's gonna be fun to have. All right, we're gonna do. We're just gonna do Therian's whole thing. That's what we're gonna do. His name is Therian, and he's a thief. He is a lone wolf, as rugged and sharp as the harsh peaks of the Clifflands. Roving from town to town, he has drifted into Boulder Fall. He works alone, though it was not always so. Few know his past or have even seen his face, but tales of his exploits are told far and wide. He has heard a rumor of a mark too tempting to resist, a treasure said to be impossible to steal, and so he sets out to test the security of the great House Rebus. He will need cunning allies on the path he has chosen. I really like Therian's story. A lot of very interesting backstory going on there. Okay, so obviously we'll take Primrose out since, you know, that didn't do anything for me. Here, the beginning of the tale. But a lot of Therian's backstory has to do with his original partner.
As you like it.
Yeah, so it's a thief bar. The thief says to the other thief,
Lifted everything off a merchant, leaving the goldsmith.
the goldsmithy.
Guess he didn't spill at that fancy manor the other day. Still can't believe he made it past all those guards. I'm sure the more the better for him.
They were more like decorations than actual guards.
He's also got like the hot anime boy voice.
Ain't no point swooning over someone else's work. Someday we'll make it as big as that thief, and then we'll be the talk of the town.
Like, imagine being a thief and wanting to be the talk of the town. Like, it's a very, very different life over there. So we'll probably go through Tyrion's story, and then we'll end up calling it a day. Since it'll take a little bit of time. And we're approaching the 1 hour mark here today. I know I got started a little late, but... Oh, hello, Renee. It's good to see you. It was 10 years ago. Our paths crossed in a particularly dingy gale. I remember that meeting well. After all, it had quite the influence on my career. Well, I appreciate the follow a whole lot, Renee. You are the best.
Oi.
It's cute how in this part Therion is basically just animated smaller, so he's just like a small child, like a little baby, but his design not different at all. Like his arms still huge. Well, thank you for the support, Renee. I really appreciate it. So we are playing Octopath Traveler. And we are about to get our 6th party member. All right. No, you seem to be doing just fine. Like, Therion just talks trash to this guard, gets beat up, and then thrown in prison. It's an absolute delight. Impudent brat. I really like some of the things that the villains and the NPCs and everything say in some of these cutscenes, because they're just complete nonsense, but the vocabulary sometimes is just so extra, and I am just here for extra vocabulary. I see you got the same warm welcome I did. So I've never finished anyone's individual story in this game. Therion is usually the character I pick to start with. This time, obviously, I picked Cyrus. Big fan of Cyrus. But I think I really want to finish Therion's story here on stream. Yeah. I definitely would recommend this game. I was actually talking about that not too long before you hopped in here, Renee. It's a classic JRPG. It's, you know, it's got the turn-based combat and everything, and it's something that I think there's a lot of grinding, like, just to start, and the stories, you know, they're not super overwhelming or gonna blow you away or anything. The music is great, the design is great, the combat is super fun and simple and easy to understand, even if there is a lot of grinding that you have to do, because the areas you travel to do scale, so you don't suddenly become over leveled for anything, which is really nice. Because it does make leveling up a lot easier, because you don't need to go into an area that you're way under leveled for, or go into an area you're over leveled for. The music in this game, just the whole soundtrack, unbelievable. Huge fan. The only thing I don't love about this game is the story, and it's not that I hate it or that I think it's really terrible. You have 8 different little mini stories for each character that you get in your party. So there's a lot there, but it's a super easy game to pick up on the Switch. It's free on Game Pass for those of you who have Game Pass, but on the Switch, being able to just sort of grab it and pick it up and go is so nice, and it's easy. It's easy to pick up, and this is something I was talking about earlier, how all these RPGs, I would love if they just had, if they had like a recap every time you loaded into the game, or an easy way to just sort of look through all your quests and notes to find out, okay, I haven't picked this game up in 3 months, where was I? Like, what was going on? And on top of the mechanics in this game being super easy and not really hard to figure out or remember because it's a turn-based game, what do you think you're doing? I'm a little busy right now trying to break us out. And then Tyrion just hands him the key that he stole off the guard when the guard punched him. Because he's a super genius. Genius thief. Master thief. But this game, you can just sort of open your journal and review each individual character's story so far. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty common opinion, I think, between most people I know who've played the game. The characters themselves, like, individually, I think are really charming and sort of, you know, fun, well-designed. There are some characters that I like more than others, for sure. I feel like I've already played favorites, that's for sure. Some aspects of certain stories are better than others. But there's also 8 of them. So I don't really... I don't know. Like, I love story-based games. I am a huge fan of the plot in RPGs. It's, like, one of the most important aspects of the game for me. But it is, like, the least important aspect of this game for me. This game, I would actually say, is, like, my... It's the game I play to just sort of wind down, relax. Like, this is a game that I just enjoy playing. Because I can just walk around and, you know, fight some monsters if I really want to. Swap party members in and out. And some of the side quests are fun and cute. If you play this game as more of like a casual JRPG, I think it is way more enjoyable than if you just sort of blitz through it for 40, 50 hours. But there's a lot of content. There's a lot going on. So I don't know. I'm a big fan. But it's also just one of those games that is... It requires very little energy for me to go ahead and pick up and play through.
Heard another would-be fortune hunter was tossed in dungeons yesterday.
But I have used the soundtrack of this game for some of my home D&D games before. Because I do love the music that much. And I think I only use music in my D&D games when I'm sitting around a table with my friends, which I have not done in quite some time now. But I take a lot of the music for my home games for D&D out of video games that I enjoy the scores of. So there's a lot of Final Fantasy in there, of course. There's a lot of music from games produced and made by Square Enix. So if there's one thing I think that Square Enix does better than any other publisher out there, it is soundtracks for games. I mean, in my opinion, of course. Nintendo does a really good job with a lot of their stuff too. I know a lot of people love a lot of the Zelda music.
It's all those rumors of the riches that keep coming. Some say it's enough to buy up the whole town and then some.
But yeah, this game is
One town?
the reason I bought a Switch originally in the first place. It came out like, I don't know, I believe the release date for it was like July 13th, 2018, I want to say. Maybe 2017, and I bought a Switch the same day that this game came out because I really wanted to play this game. It was something I was really looking forward to, and it's... it's definitely a different game than I think I expected originally. I expected it to be this really great, really deep story game,
We've been in the business long enough. You can tell things with lemons.
and it wasn't. The story is not that deep. It
Probably have a long career ahead.
I would describe this story in this game as a shallow story.
Away from that.
That if you go in wanting to play this game just for the story, you're probably making a mistake. But I think it, as an overall game, is super fun
Thanks for the advice.
because of all the other elements of a JRPG that it does well and better than a lot of other JRPGs I've played. I think mechanically, it is so good and it's phenomenal. It does sort of resemble Bravely Default in a lot of aspects, which I don't have a problem with. I like the Bravely games. I've got Bravely Default 2 that I've pumped, I don't know, maybe an hour or two into. And I kind of wish they made Bravely Default 2 a little bit more like this game, in fact. I'm not a fan of the art style that they chose to go with for Bravely, when instead they could have easily just, done the 8-bit art, the pixel art. But they chose the weird, pretty, 3D models that are not good, and I'm very sad about it. Okay, that dagger is definitely better than ours. Occasionally poisons a target. How about that? So right now we're going to Ravis Manor because we are gonna steal from them, of course, as one does. Iron Helm, look at that. The purple chest, Therian is the only one who can open them. So I'm very glad that we're now getting him, because there are quite a few that we've missed that I would have liked to have gotten earlier.
What do we have here?
Oh man, I think they're overcompensating. Which is definitely... look at all those guards, and he is gonna break into this house, this manor.
Yes.
I think the thing I enjoy most about this game, other than the pure design of the whole thing and the music, is the combat.
My apologies.
Because I can literally just hand the game to anybody and they can figure combat out in 30 seconds on their own. So, no tutorial or anything, because you can just press the buttons. It's real easy to navigate a lot of turn-based combat systems. And I like the guard break aspect and
Well, I'll be damned.
the strategy that goes into it. Guard dogs. It's adorable. They even switch their guard dogs out. The walls are lined with wire. There's a lot of guards. The guard dogs look vicious. How do we go ahead and get in? There's an alarm. All right, well, how are we gonna break into this?
Listen,
No visitors, but we obviously are gonna have to impersonate a merchant. I'm trying to think of a JRPG that I have felt the exact same about, as I do with this game. I'm trying to think about what other JRPG I've played that story doesn't necessarily blow me away, but really did everything else so well to the point where I really enjoyed it. And I can't really think of any because I don't believe that there are any. For me, I will either really enjoy a game, or most games don't do everything well enough for me to enjoy it if it's got like a really just bad story. Like there are quite a few aspects, because another game that I've played a lot of recently and have not finished yet is Persona 5. I think I'm like maybe a little bit more than halfway through. I think I'm about to have everyone available to me that is potentially available to you, like party-wise, in that game. And there are a lot of things that I like about Persona. A lot. And the story is great, obviously, of course. But the combat system at times is so irritating and frustrating to me that I almost want to stop playing the game altogether. For Persona, when you die, it sort of brings you back to your last save point or whatever, and that's super frustrating and super irritating because sometimes that puts you back really, really far, and there's definitely not nearly enough. There aren't nearly enough save points in that game for it to do what it does in that way. Now, if I was playing on hard mode the whole time, that's one thing. But, you know, I'm not a lot of the time.
No.
Turned away at the gate. Join the club. There's a great treasure inside, and we are gonna have to rob a merchant.
Right.
A letter of introduction we need to get.
Truth is,
The most esteemed merchants and traders. It's not easy. You'll have to make a name for yourself here in town. So we obviously have to find a merchant who has that letter, and we need to figure it out. Therian can think of at least one. Okay, so now we can steal. So we're definitely going to try and steal from everybody possible. Therian's evasion is really good if you sort of build him correctly. And then he basically just never gets hit, like, at all. Look at these. Some soul stones. A lot of the stuff that Therian steals, we can then turn around and turn a profit on, which is awesome. I want to get that item. There's got to be a way for me to get that item, but I can't think of it. How long do you plan on following me, boys? He's got fans. That's adorable. So you noticed. Of course I noticed. I'm the greatest thief there is. You're not very discreet for thieves. He's here for the Ravis fortune. Just look at what they've got guarding it. Well, I mean, I think that's the problem, right? Like, it's a lot of talk for what? What treasure? I know what the treasure is. I've played through the first couple chapters of Therian's story, so... We've got a proposal for you. Actually, no. I don't even want to hear it, bro. Like, no thank you. I'm gonna do this myself.
Listen.
We can help each other. Actually, you can't help me. Oh, he's been inside. He's seen the traps up close. Interesting. It won't be easy to carry all that treasure on your own. Listen, I'll carry all I can.
Damn you.
You think you're too good for us? I'm a thief, not a nanny. What a line. What a savage.
Are we done here?
Tyrion doesn't play well with others until a little while after he is in the party. And I love it.
Bye now. Yikes.
Are you with me, mate? Speak to me. Basically almost kills the guy. Mate. And then he just goes into a full-on flashback. Look at them. Also, I really like that they called themselves tea leaves, which is an old word for thief, back in the day. And my first D&D character was, I'm trying to remember the name. I think it might have been Merrick Tealeaf. It was a halfling rogue. Big fan. I played a lot of rogues very early on as a D&D player. A lot of halflings too, because I'm like, well, these are obviously the best characters to be rogues, right? But yeah. So I think it's really funny how sometimes in these cutscenes, like, it'll do just a single word or a single little soundbite that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what is being said by that character. Like, Tyrion's like, come on, this way. And he just says, like, the voiceover just says, partner. Like, okay, we get it. This guy is his partner. They can't have gone far. Let's check the back alley. But there are elements of this game and many others that I've played that really do influence the way I tell stories. A few little pieces of characters that inspire me to make NPCs in my games and everything. They deserve it for treating us like teapots. We might be small, but we're smarter than they'll ever be. Little babies. Little baby thieves. It's adorable. I could cry. You can say that again. We put our loaves together and no one can stop us. They're loaves. Take a butcher's at all the loot we got. Like, these sentences make no sense. Quite the haul. What is Syrian worried about? Yeah, we knew what we wanted and we took it.
Partner.
If you say so, partner.
That's right.
We're gonna be the greatest tea leaves the world's ever seen. See, that's cute. But obviously there was a betrayal there. Otherwise, Tyrion would trust people. So Tyrion's got, you know, partner issues, trust issues, some severe trust issues. He's got some trauma that he needs to work through. So yeah, he's angsty. He's definitely an angsty boy. So, ooh, energizing pomegranate restores BP to a single ally. That is phenomenal. Yeah, we're gonna steal everything we possibly can from everybody. Potentially my favorite character trait of Therian's. Just pure theft. Oh, look at that. We got a nourishing nut. Increases maximum HP. That one I think we'll hang on to for a little while until I figure out who I want to give that to. Okay, there's like definitely the thing in this dude's house. And I want it. Whatever it is, I want it. Ooh, look at that. A couple weapons. Look-y here. A lot of really good stuff down here in Boulder Fall. A lot of good items. Rebel's Axe, a weapon fit for a rebel. Quest item, mind you. So someone is going to need that, but we're not going to be able to know who until after. Spear of Justice, a weapon fit for a soldier of justice. Another, like, rebel weapon. Another little quest item. The Ravises will be begging you for a visit. So obviously this wealthy merchant is the person that we are definitely going to steal from. Lucky for me, your experience hasn't taught you when to keep your mouth shut, dude. And there we go. Stole it right out from under him.
Now then.
You want to pair up with me on this? You sure you're feeling all right? So, like, Therian, who won't trust anybody, suddenly is okay with us joining the party. Okay, let's... How do I get into this guy's house? Like, genuinely, how do I get in? I might have to look that up. Okay, let's see if we picked up some good items elsewhere. That'll help us out. Okay, we got the stinging dagger, so that's good. Okay, we'll go with the iron helm for now, but we will definitely probably end up changing that out. The enlightening earring, of course, that is a definite must, I think. New spear, so we'll give that to old Brick. This axe definitely not better, but it's something at least, right? Okay. Okay, so Alfin's getting close to his next ability. I feel like I should maybe take Ulbrich out of the party for this, but he's literally 1 health away from getting to 1,000, so that's actually pretty good. Increases the maximum HP. You know what? Let me give that to Cyrus. That'll actually be really good for him. Okay, so we have to go down a level actually to sell and check out the weapons. So we'll go back to this lower level of Boulder Fall. Back to the armor. And sell the odds and ends. That's an extra 700. Sell a little dagger. Sell this axe. Sell the spear. The bow we'll hang on to because that's like good and helpful. Okay. Now maybe if there's some items that we don't want, maybe like the herbs. No. The materials. I feel like we might actually use these though, but some of them are worth like a lot. And I mean, I'll probably get more of these later. We'll hang on to them. We'll do the smart gamer thing as much as I don't want to. Okay, so weapons, what we've got here, there's a Magus Hatchet, which is really good. And I would love to have that because it does 100, it boosts elemental attack plus 120. That actually might not be the best thing in the world for him, for Alphen, but it would be really good. Great Sword would be pretty good for Therian, and we can't afford that right now, so plus 65 speed, pretty good. And the Wolf's Bow, the Elemental Bow, plus 108 physical attack, plus 98 elemental attack. That's a really good one, too. The Magus Hatchet, I think, would be the best, because we would only lose 8 physical attack. Okay, so we'll get the Great Sword for Therian, because it also does boost our speed somehow. Not really sure how that works, if I'm being totally honest, but that will at least be a bonus. Okay, so then the black attire we definitely want to get because that is like a tremendous item for Therian because it's a plus 42 to evasion. Like, Therian will never get hit, which is awesome. Let's sell that. Let's sell that. Then I guess we'll have to come back afterwards. Okay. All right. Let's go to the manor. Huh? Let's do this thing. Let's save first and then let's do this thing, yeah? Oh, you know what? Actually, let's rest. Let's heal up. Do I have the... Ooh, do I have the money? Oh, a room will cost us 0. How about that? Discount at the inn. Okay, so we're all healed up, rested, ready to go, ready to boogie. There are a couple guards here that we can rob, I believe. 2 guards at the gate. If I can fool them, I'm in. Time to sell the merchant. So we have to go on and pretend to be a merchant here. Good day, sirs. I've come to call on the Ravises. Would you kindly announce my arrival? No, absolutely not. Begone with you. Something tells me this one's bark is worse than his bite. Adorable.
My sincerest apologies.
Allow me to introduce myself. You see, I am a merchant of some repute. A merchant. And of repute, you say? Don't make me laugh. You ought not judge a man by his robes.
Tell you the truth.
As a matter of fact, I was personally summoned by the lady of the house. And I doubt she would react kindly upon hearing I was turned away. Summoned? You? And they're just like looking him up and down like, really? Because you just look like an angsty emo kid. You think we're going to believe that codswallop? I love it. The nonsensical statements. If we had a leaf for every rotten thief who gave us that story, we'd be as rich as the Ravises. But since we aren't, we're here protecting their fortune from would-be swindlers like you, because we're not rich like them. Thought you could outsmart us? The next time you're summoned, remember to bring your letter. Oh, you mean this letter?
What the?
Oh. Oh no, he has the letter. This is shocking. How'd you get that? It's gotta be a fake. I'll take my leave, but I will give Lady Ravis a full report on what happened today. I wonder how she'll see fit to deal with this affront to my good name.
Hold on.
Wait, sir, we're only doing our jobs. And they just let us in. Like, oh, I mean, there's no way. This has got to be a fake, right? Because we obviously do not look like a merchant.
My gratitude.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me into the house.
Now then.
There's just an open window. We're just going to jump into the open window. Because that's not suspicious at all. Like, I imagine Cyrus is like, oh, I'm sorry, we're doing what now? We're jumping, oh, I guess we're going in. And everyone's just following Therion, trying to make sure that he's okay. Okay, I think we'll need to go up to the 2nd floor. But I know there's, like, stuff down here, so we're gonna explore. Because there are some valuable chests downstairs. Alright, level 1 Therion. Ulbrich will be really good in here, I think. Okay, weak to the dagger and the bow. So Ulbrich actually
Bring it on.
might not be the best.
Cool off.
Ice on the Sentinel? Nope.
Out of my way.
So he's got Steal, so we can steal an item from a foe, and Wildfire and deal fire damage to a foe. Those are our thief skills, and we've got obviously the dagger and the sword. And I love that it sort of changes how his icon is depending on which weapon he's using. Very big fan of that little aspect there. Yeah, and his whole thing is now increased too. Okay, lightning. So Cyrus is good to have here. That's good. That's good news.
All right.
The Sentinels have a lot of weaknesses, which is very good for us. Now let's use Lightning Bolt. Okay, so we broke that guard. We should be able to take out that other Sentinel.
My turn.
I also like the little lines that you get for every boost. Every boosted attack. Like Ulbrich's my blade is unbending, which honestly stuck in my head forever. That's right, Cyrus. Hit him with a stick.
Bring it on.
Meanwhile, Ulbrich hits like a truck. Gah. I hate it when they do like the big sweeping attack that hits everybody. Yeah, Therian just went up 4 levels from one fight. From one fight, 4 levels. And he gets his first skill. That's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and give him that skill then, because, you know. HP Thief, attack a single foe twice with a dagger and steal HP equivalent to half of the damage dealt. That is probably one of my favorite abilities in the game. The SP Thief one is really good. Because we can steal SP as well, which is really, really good for when we're doing attacks. I'm going to go with HP Thief first because it's very helpful, and then our second ability will be Steal SP, obviously, because it makes the most sense. We're 40 JP away from Alphen getting his next ability, 500 for Ulbrich, and we're getting really close with Cyrus. We might be able to get Cyrus his next skill before we're done with this house, just because of all the walking around that we have to do, because there are so many valuable chests here. Like, we're gonna run into quite a few encounters. Okay, look at that. Firestorm, obviously. Wiped out 3 out of the 4.
All right. All right.
Because I will run into more of these later, so let's analyze. Weak to the spear, huh? Alright. Look at that. Therian getting even more levels. We love it. Okay, so Alphen's 8 points away from his next skill, too. So when you dash, you do draw more wild encounters, typically. I say wild, random, wild, what have you. Okay, so the plain sentinels can only be hit by weapons. But also, like, every weapon. So there's a regular sentinel, some ice sentinels, fire sentinels, all sorts of sentinels, and they all do all sorts of different damages, and they also are all broken by different damages, which is something to definitely keep an eye on. Okay, so Therian can now get... I'm sorry, Alphen can now get his second skill. Therian is close to getting his next one, too. So I believe we'll take, what... I mean, Last Stand is good because it's attack all foes with an axe, dealing damage inversely proportional to our current HP. And our next skill is going to be a really big one, so that becomes a really good ability. But Rehabilitate, because it cures a single ally of all status ailments and renders them immune to further ailments for 2 turns, which is really good. I like Last Stand, though, because we got Hale and Hardy, so now when we go to equip skills, we'll do that. Increases maximum HP by 500, which is huge. Like, he instantly goes up to 1200 HP and becomes more of a tank than anyone else. Like, Ulbrich still at less than 1,000. Cyrus less than 800. Like, Alphen's defense is, you know, low. Oh, wow. Cyrus's physical defense we have at 222 and elemental 286. That's really good. Therian's evasion is 157 already, which is really good. He's not going to be able to be touched by anybody. He's basically going to be a ghost, you know. Let's go into this room because there's probably a chest. Yep. I like how Cyrus is carrying a lantern. Oh, that bark. Yikes. Level slash. Okay, so those guards, huge pain, not weak to anything, you know.
Here we go.
Like, only 2 things can break them.
Oh, ice. Yes, them through.
3 things down. Instantly.
Don't start things you can't finish.
Don't start things you can't finish, says Therian. The expert, the pro. And we can get a new skill for him already. This is probably one of my favorite aspects of the game. Yeah, so we'll go with Steel SP. And we got our first support skill, Incidental Attack. When using a non-damaging skill on a foe, there is a 50% chance you will attack as well. So that's really cool, because if we use, I don't know, something else, like one of the things that just makes people a little bit weaker. Oh, right. So we have to go back down. Okay. We have to go up the main stairs.
You won't feel a thing.
Now, what next?
It's adorable. Alphen is so cute. I love it.
Now then. I will cut you down.
I will cut you down. I take a lot of notes when I'm playing games like this because I use a little bit of voice acting in my own D&D games and everything. So I try and pay attention.
Bring it on.
I try and sort of listen to what the voice actors in the video games I'm playing do, even if it's just like small lines, because I mean those pay off eventually. And I don't know.
Bring it on.
It feels good to be like, oh yeah, no, I heard this person do this thing, and now it's made me a little bit better of a voice actor.
Battle is true.
God, Ulbrich is a truck. Ah, the thrill of the fight. He's leveled up now, so he should be over 1,000 HP. Therian's leveling up so fast. Okay. Cyrus is getting really close to that next skill. Let's save. Because we've got a boss fight right around the corner. It almost feels like the stories have gotten a little bit shorter, sort of as we go through, which I know can't be true. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so that one guard is only weak to elemental damage. Interesting. Oh wow, Ulbrich is useless. Oh boy. Okay, so currently silenced or feared? Feared? Silenced? Not sure. To be fair, Alphen's kind of useless in this one too. Primrose would be really good for this for this dungeon. This level. Not really sure what to say. Yeah, so Ulbrich is 200 HP behind Alphen now, which is hilarious.
Victory shall be mine.
Here we go.
Victory shall be mine.
Oof. What's this now? And we'll hit him with our best shot. So yeah, we will definitely be calling it a day following following the completion of Chapter 1 of Therian's story. Since that'll probably put us over the 2-hour mark. That boss fight will probably take a minute. I might play until I get Cyrus 1,000 if we don't get to that before the boss fight, which I believe we might have like one more room to go through actually.
I'll make this quick.
Victory shall be mine.
Victory shall be mine.
I will cut you down.
I want to voice characters in video games so badly. You know? I want to do it. And, you know, someday maybe I will. Maybe you'll all get to hear me voicing your favorite character in some RPG. I doubt it. If I'm being, like, totally honest. I definitely doubt it, but you never know. How cool would that be, right? There we go.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Okay, Alphen leveled up. Oh, Cyrus is at 944 out of 1,000. We're so close. I don't think we're gonna get it from the boss fight. Okay, so there is another floor. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Let's see what you got.
The battle is truly joined. I will cut you down.
Oh gosh, I feel like I have to sneeze.
Great inferno to the land.
I'm not sure what ability I'll give Cyrus. Oh, self-destruct. I don't think I've ever seen them use that ability before.
Here goes nothing.
But good to know that it takes out their teammates and everything, like a Pokemon.
Here we go.
Fascinating. And leveled up Therian again. Alright, so one more fight. Cyrus will for sure get a new level. Ooh, purple chest. Wind attack. Ooh, that's really good, actually. So we can give that to our friend Alphin. Look at that. And we obviously have to remember with a lot of these items that we get that we do have other party members as well that we should definitely make sure we give love to, equipment wise, because we will need to like level them up and everything too. Oh, nope, don't analyze. We've already got these guys figured out. Wiped out 2 of them, 1 shot.
Bring it on.
Now then, I will cut you down.
I will cut you down, says Ulberich, or also known as Philip's mom's hunk of man meat. That is a thing that I called him at that point in time, and I am ashamed of it. Because that has now been clipped by somebody and lives forever in infamy.
Bring it on. Try again.
Look at that. Cyrus, over 1,000. That is so fun. Okay, let's get Cyrus. Okay, we could do Blizzard or Lightning Blast, and I'm not sure which. I feel like the ice damage will be more helpful. What is it going to be, 3,000? Yeah, it's 3,000 next. Percipience. What is that? Prevents the party from being surprised by foes. Oh, that's actually really good. That is awesome. And it's very, very important to note that anything we equip to Cyrus, anything we do for Cyrus is for literally every fight that we're going to have. Because Cyrus is like a permanent fixture in our team. Since that's the character we chose first, so that is the character we are stuck with in every single battle.
It's truly joy. I will cut you down.
Oh, look, one of the soldiers does in fact get weakened by the sword. But now we can do double the ice damage, which is very cool. Very good. And not being able to be surprised by anybody, very, very big for us.
I grow stronger.
Okay. What is... Okay, so downstairs, as you can see, there is that orb. Ooh, we got another nut, an invigorating nut. That's what we needed. That'll boost something for one of us. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just do fireball then. Yeah, so all of Cyrus's abilities are AoE, which is so good, honestly.
My turn.
Alright, so Cyrus, now that we broke everything, I need you to take this plum,
Try this.
boost your SP back up.
Victory shall be mine.
Bring it on.
Alright, so we are cruising through here. So one thing to make a note of, we have not lost a fight through this entire game yet. We've not had a game over situation yet. We're undefeated in that sense.
Feel a thing. Here goes nothing.
We've not seen the game over screen, which does pop up if you lose. So shout out to us for that. And I'm gonna try and get through this entire game without having a single game over moment. So that is gonna be a challenge that I'm looking forward to. We're gonna have to be real careful about the areas we go into, because it would be the worst if we walked in somewhere and we're like,
What's the big idea?
actually, you know what? We have no idea what we're doing.
I will cut you down.
Okay. Lightning, please.
Whole light. Smite them down.
Good, 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 good.
My turn.
Try this.
Shucks.
You know what, Alphen? Give Olbrich a plum, please.
What is the logical course of action?
Victory.
Here goes. That's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful. Okay, so there's the merchant. The thing that I really like is right before you go into battle, you will run into a merchant so that you can... Oh, a merchant and a save point so that you can, you know, buy and sell whatever you gotta buy and sell, and it really sets you up for success. Like, hey, make sure you get all of the items that you need because you're about to have a fight. And really, it's just the plums, the grapes, and the revival. So it's like healing, it's mana, and it's revival. The three items that really the only three items that you need in the entire game. If I'm being totally honest with all of you. So we're, oh my! Right before we trigger the boss fight, we run into this group of guards and dogs and guard dogs. Unbelievable.
Now, what next? Out of my way.
Now then, out of my way. Try this.
Oh, try it.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that it triggered that there. Alright, well now we gotta use some items to, you know, heal up. Okay. And some plums. Alright, so we're all set. All right, let's dive into this boss fight.
So, this is the amazing treasure everyone is talking about.
The amazing treasure. What is it, I
Looks
wonder?
like an ordinary gemstone to me. Can't imagine it's worth all
is worth more than your mind could hope to fathom.
The thing that you're looking at, bro, is worth more than anything you've ever seen in your life. So how about you step off? Oh no, we've been found out. Who's this?
Your inability to discern as much is disconcerting, to say the least.
He said, the fact that you can't see that, ridiculous.
Who the hell are you? Not just anyone can sneak up on me like that.
So obviously, this dude,
I should be the one
a
asking
huge thief.
that question. Not just anyone could have made it this far into the manor, after all.
Oh wow, he's impressed by us.
You won't get answers by stroking my ego.
Hey buddy, I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear just because you're complimenting me. But also keep going.
Allow me to congratulate you on being the first thief to make it here.
The first thief to make it here.
Say it as if you wanted this to happen.
Oh, but I did.
We tightened security for that very purpose.
We walked right into a trap.
His salt would be able to turn down such a challenge.
Go on.
Okay, you know what? Keep telling me. I wanna know how you tricked me.
Even ask the barkeep for help.
Why you tricked me.
His job? Find promising thieves and spin tales about this man.
We listened to the barkeeper. We fell for it.
You tricked thieves into trying to rob this place.
Unreal.
Think of it more as appealing to their inner nature.
Their inner nature. Thieves are scum, he says. But we need scum like you.
Treasure of Ravis Manor, guarded by a veritable army. What thief could pass up
Such glory.
riches? We had such high hopes, but were constantly met with disappointment.
We were disappointed by every thief who tried to get in here. Until you!
Has proven himself worthy.
Can you believe it?
This coming.
We rocked right into the trap.
And yet you did not. And I find myself most grateful for your lack of foresight.
Oh man, I'm glad that you were dumb
So what's your
and
answer?
couldn't see this far ahead. I'm glad that you weren't playing the long game like I was.
I need not explain that to you.
So what's your angle? Okay, I don't need to explain that to you. Then why am I here?
To introduce myself, my name is Heathcote.
Heathcote.
I am a butler in the service of House Ravis.
You expect me to believe an ordinary butler snuck up on me?
Oh, buddy, you're not an ordinary butler.
Anyway, who you are won't matter once I'm out of here. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Pardon me, I'm gonna make my escape now.
I assure you, you won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
I'm gonna kick the crap out of you, kid, Heathcote says. And then Therian, in pure shock,
Let's get this over with.
Cyrus, Ulbrich, and Alphen just kind of stuck, dragged into this, like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to be here. Sorry for interrupting you, Mr. Heathcote, sir. Okay, so let's just hit Heathcote with a dagger. Let's do a level slash. Okay, so Heathcote not weak to the sword. Oh, our singing dagger did poison Heathcote, though. That's really good, actually. Axe doesn't hurt Heathcote either. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, so Heathcote's weak to 3 elements.
Bring it on.
Okay, but the other guard we can have Ulbrich and Alphen focus on, which is really good.
The battle is truly joy.
We'll use Analyze again, sort of just open up all of Heathcote's weaknesses. So Alphen can hurt Heathcote too. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so let's find out Heathcote's last weakness. The bow. Okay, so Ulbrich, useless against Heathcote. but good against this guard over here. Should definitely keep an eye on everybody's health. Okay.
All right.
Let's open it up, right? Full burst for Alphen. We'll go ahead and use the lightning.
The battle is truly joined. Out of my way.
We'll break his guard there. Let's do the HP Thief. So we'll attack Heathcote twice with the dagger, which will break his guard twice, which is the thing that I find super helpful more than anything. You know what? Let's do Blizzard, because that will deal damage to Heathcote twice. Okay, since they're both broken, let's do just a nice good level slash. 1100 damage to Heathcote. Amazing. And then... we'll do amputation on Heathcote. Nice. Really good. Okay, this could just be 2 boosted HP attacks with the dagger. That's fine. And then we'll do a cross strike,
Watch my blade dance.
because that is a lot of damage.
Here goes nothing.
Let's concoct something, right? Let's, potent hazardous substance of small volume, and then Nox root, and we can give that to Heathcote. Gotta poison him, right? Yeah. Nice. Boosted Blizzard? Yeah, boosted Blizzard. And it'll hit him twice. Oh, look at that. We won. Nice. That was nice and easy, huh? I expected that fight with Heathcote to be a lot harder.
So,
I guess we had a
your own in battle as well.
I guess we had a good balance of a team there.
Seems I underestimated you.
That makes 2 of us. Is that a part of your butler training?
Your butler training.
You still have some reservations about my true profession.
That's because you're not a butler, bro. Like, we
I'm
know.
Sure my victory here lends my words no credit.
Victory?
Your victory?
So if you'll notice, Therion on his arm there, you can see like a little silver band that wasn't there before.
What in the...
Heathcote put that on us.
Any thief worth his salt should recognize that band. The mark of a convict.
The Fool's Bangle.
Some call it. Undeniable proof of a thief's humiliating blunder.
Oh, goodness.
Get this off of me.
Humiliating proof of a thief's blunder.
I've attached it to your arm for a reason.
Listen, buddy, I needed this.
If anyone is to see it, they shall know of your failure here today.
You...
However, I imagine your pride will not permit you to be seen. And that makes it perfect leverage for negotiations.
Negotiations.
Negotiations?
Yeah, I'll make a deal with you, kid. You want that off? We'll find a way.
You may have broken into my home, but for now, I will overlook your transgression.
She's gonna overlook our transgressions. Lady Ravis.
Oh, great. More company.
Pardon my belated introduction.
She was just standing there the whole time watching us fight her
My
butler.
name is Cordelia Ravis, and I am the lady of the house.
Regards to your decorator. They sure have a way with traps.
Regards to your decorator. They did really good with those traps that I avoided and had to go through. Like, great job.
The treasure you are after is a family heirloom known as the Dragonstone.
The dragon stones, oh my goodness.
Don't say.
Dragons.
Have
Dragons.
been in my family for generations.
Wait, dragon stones. I see one.
There's only one here.
Yes, once there were more.
You know, you have to wonder.
Stones were stolen during the chaos following my parents' passing.
So obviously 3 of the stones were stolen, and
Heathcote was able to recover the Sapphire Stone.
I imagine Therian's partner ends up having one of the stones and ends up being like our final boss in Therian's story.
Is this
Darius?
the part where I moved to tears?
That's
Perhaps, once you understand your place in this story.
that's what I
If you
imagine
collect the 3 remaining
is gonna happen
stones,
here.
we shall remove the band from your arm.
So, this was your plan all along.
Yes, but please understand, I had no choice.
I had no choice. I couldn't do it.
Well, aren't you too clever? Setting a thief to catch a thief.
Don't thieves often say, the ensnared has only himself to blame?
Okay, so Heathcote is just throwing out all this ancient thief knowledge,
Yeah, they do.
and he knows. He knows that we know.
For a butler, you sure know a lot about thieves, old man.
There it is.
I dare not bore you with my story when there are more pressing matters at hand.
Listen, I would love to hear Heathcote's story.
Will you undertake Miss Ravis's mission, young thief? If you refuse,
I'll do the job.
I'll do it. It's fine. Like, as long as I get this band off my arm.
then I pray your journey will be a successful one.
Well, good luck, buddy. Have a good time.
Oh, you're back.
With a tale to tell, too. I'll trade it for a drink.
Afraid I don't deal in that currency.
Listen, I just came from Ravis Manor. Had a lovely chat with a fellow named Heathcote. Maybe you know him?
I did warn you not to go there. So, everything you expected
Hey,
it to be?
I warned you, dude.
All that and more. And now I'm awfully thirsty. I might need 2 drinks to get this bad taste out of my mouth.
I need a drink right now. That's for sure.
Coming right up.
I could use some more of those Starbucks teas that I like. So, hey, Starbucks, if you're listening, you should maybe consider sponsoring me and then giving me iced peach green tea lemonades, like for life. I'm just saying. I think that would be like the best investment that you could make. You know, just throwing that out there. If you hear me. Alright, so we'll go ahead, walk out of town. Lady Ravis is going to walk up to us, and then, you know.
Mr. Therion! Mr. Therion, please wait!
She says Mr. Therion, but I feel like it's Therion. I want to say Therion, but maybe it is Therion. Now I feel weird, you know? Alright, what is it? What do you want? What do you want from me?
You off on your journey,
She came to see us off.
as it is at my behest that you're setting out.
Look, I'm just fulfilling my half of a bargain. Nothing more, nothing less.
Therion's like, Mr. Therion. No, I'm gonna say Therion. I like that better. Therion is like, hey, no, we're not working together. I'm not doing this for you. I'm just doing what I have to do to get this thing off. Like, don't be nice to me.
He's right, milady. This is simply an agreement between us and a skilled but short-sighted thief.
This dude called us short-sighted.
Exactly.
Therion should just be like, okay, you know what, old man? I'm so over you, dude.
As you saw, I recovered a blue stone. It is known as the Sapphire Dragonstone.
So what, are the others also rare gemstones?
3 are the Dragonstones of Ruby, Emerald, and Gold, each named for its sheen.
So we're just going after some Pokemon games. Ruby, Emerald, and Gold.
You have my word.
Your word. Well, that sounds legitimate. Any idea where I should start looking?
Rumor has it that a scholar in Noblecourt is researching the Ruby Dragonstone.
A scholar in Noble Court. Cyrus is gonna have a great time talking to that scholar.
Great. I'll fit right in.
Mr. Therion!
What is it this time?
He walks 2 steps away and she's like, actually, wait, hold on.
Do take care out there.
She shows him some love and compassion. And he's like,
Did I say something amiss?
he's like, how could I?
Never thought a man of my talents would be working for someone like. It's nothing. You'll get your stones back soon. Just leave the thieving to me.
Just leave the thieving to me and my golden fingers. And so, Therion set forth his mission, which he begrudgingly accepted, to retrieve the remaining 3 dragon stones of House Ravis, that he might have the mark of shame removed from his arm. Little did he know what fate awaited him. I'd like to know what fate awaits him, you know? And we did it. We got Therion's chapter done. So let's go ahead and talk to a couple people. I dropped my precious egg when I was crossing the bridge. You haven't seen it, have you? What if it were dashed against a rock? Pawn my honor if it was broken. Okay, so we have to find what this girl is looking for. It's an egg. I've yet to be able to find it anywhere. So I hope I can find it in this playthrough. I believe it's over in the Boulder Fall area. So I'll do the side quest that we can do here in Boulder Fall. And then call it a day, I suppose. Can I steal from you? I can. Look at that. Let's inquire first. See what you've got. Nothing? Okay, well, I'm going to steal from you then. Arcane bow, that's nice. Energizing pomegranate, nice. Okay, we've already stolen from that fella. Ooh, what do you got, old timer? Inspiring plum, and then a critical nut. Okay, I really hate how they're referred to just purely, plainly as nuts. It's ridiculous. What does this guy have? Ooh, stimulating earring. And then a 3% chance to get the stimulating necklace. Alright, so we failed. Which is fair. Maybe we should fight him and then try and steal from him? Yeah, let's just take all the earrings we can get.
So you see,
Okay, can I steal this thing from him now? Okay, we can fail 3 more times, so let's keep trying, because that's a really good item. I know we've only got a 3% chance to be able to get it, so we'll probably fail this time. Okay, so we can't steal anything else until we go to the tavern and sort of repair our reputation. Oh, you're a new person. Let me go down south. So we'll have to pay to get our reputation. But that's fine. How expensive is it? Ooh, 1,500. That is a lot. Now that I think about it. Golly. Okay, so we're gonna share some project plans with some of these people. Oh, look at that. Today is a grand day. To sue for peace between us. Can we let bygones be bygones and work together for the good of all?
Well met.
Thanks for coming all the way, good sir. Let's join hands in fellowship. Yes, a splendid idea. Let us drink together. Okay, maybe... Okay, so that guy's gone now. Oh. Well, now we can't steal from him. That's a shame. Inquiring nothing about these folks. Okay, let's go back down to southern Boulder Fall, lower Boulder Fall, and let's see if anybody wants this spear. What about this guy? What does he have? Ooh, dagger and earring. Nice. Yeah, so hopefully... Needs to find a replacement for the thieves gang. Okay, can I steal? No, I'm never gonna be able to get that thing from him. Oh, revolutionary sword. Weapon fit for a revolutionary. Okay, so we've got like 3 weapons for rebels and revolutions. And I have no idea who to give them to. Okay, what about this composite bow? Oh, the arcane bow, definitely better. Yeah. So we can sell the composite bow. And this iron dagger. Okay, let's see what earring we can give you. Oh yeah, let's just give you another evasion earring. And then we'll give you speed and that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. We need to find a replacement for this fella. Or, wait, let's see what happens when we inquire. Maybe we have to, like, allure someone. I don't know. I would need Primrose for that. Who's this girl here?
Hello to you.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and save. And we'll go ahead and call it a day there. Real quick, let's just look at our skills, see if anybody's close. Ulbricht's close. That's nice. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's going to be it today, everybody. I really do appreciate you hanging out and showing me the time of day. Yeah, I don't have anything but wonderful things to say about all of you, and I really do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out, spending the afternoons with me. I will be back on stream tomorrow with more of this Octopath Traveler at, I believe, I'll go with 4 p.m. Eastern once again tomorrow, simply because that is just going to work best for me tomorrow, given the things I have going on. But I really do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you hanging out, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow for more Octopath. We will be heading north to hunt it and heading into the woods. So I'm really, really excited for that, for the next step of our journey. Yeah, thanks guys, and I hope you guys have a good